Chrissie Hynde, The Untamed Spirit of Rock, a musical biography. Welcome back to Mystic America, the place where we uncover the stories behind America's most fascinating legends of art, culture, and sound. If you love stories about the wild spirit of music and rebellion, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Mystic America. Today, we journey into the life of one of rock's most fearless voices, Chrissie Hynde. Christine Ellen Hynde was born on September 7, 1951 in Akron, Ohio, a small industrial city far removed from the glittering world of fame. Her father worked for a phone company, her mother was a part-time secretary, but Chrissie was never the type to fit in. She once said, "I was never too interested in high school. I never went to a dance, never went on a date. The only thing that mattered was the music." While other teenagers dreamed of prom, Chrissie dreamed of guitars, rebellion, and the stage. She'd sneak off to Cleveland just to see bands play live, falling in love with rock before she even picked up her first instrument. In the late 1960s, the counterculture was exploding, and Hynde dove right in. She embraced the hippie movement, experimented with Eastern mysticism, became a vegetarian, and started playing music. While studying art at Kent State University, she joined her first band, Sunday Matt, which featured Mark Mothersbaugh, who would later form Devo. But Kent State also became a dark chapter in her life. Chrissie was on campus during the tragic Kent State shootings in 1970, a moment that changed her outlook forever. By 1973, restless and determined, Chrissie took a leap of faith. She packed her bags, saved every penny she could, and left Ohio for London, the epicenter of rock and punk. There, she struggled to survive, taking odd jobs, including a brief stint as a journalist for NME, and even working at Malcolm McLaren and Vivienne Westwood's now famous boutique, SEX. But music kept calling. She tried to join bands, form new ones, anything to get her foot in the door. At one point, she nearly joined the Damned and jammed with Mick Jones before the Clash even took off. But nothing stuck. London was buzzing with punk energy, and Chrissie felt like she was on the outside looking in, a talent without a home. She later admitted, "All my friends were in bands, and I was the loser who wasn't." Then, fate stepped in. In 1978, Hynde met bassist Pete Farndon, guitarist James Honeyman Scott, and drummer Martin Chambers. Together, they formed the Pretenders. The name came from The Great Pretender, and it fit perfectly, a mix of swagger, irony, and truth. Their early demo tape caught attention fast. Their debut single, Stop Your Sobbing, a Kinks cover, hit the UK charts in 1979. Then came Brass in Pocket, a defiant anthem that made Chrissie an international star. Her voice was cool but dangerous, confident but vulnerable, the perfect reflection of her spirit. With her black eyeliner, leather jackets, and Fender Telecaster, Hynde wasn't just part of the punk movement, she was its heart and soul. She proved that women in rock didn't have to play by anyone's rules. She didn't want to be the girl in the band. She was the band. But fame came with tragedy. The Pretenders' early success was shadowed by the loss of key members, including the deaths of Pete Farndon and James Honeyman Scott. Despite the heartbreak, Chrissie carried on. She rebuilt the Pretenders again and again, becoming the constant anchor of a stormy ship. Her raw songwriting, blending punk, pop, and pain, continued to evolve through the 1980s and beyond. She collaborated with legends like UB40 on I Got You Babe, INXS on Full Moon, Dirty Hearts, Frank Sinatra on Luck Be a Lady, and even Ringo Starr on Don't Hang Up. Her voice carried power, whether she was singing a love song or a protest anthem. Behind the scenes, Chrissie's life was just as bold. She had a daughter with Ray Davies of the Kinks, the same band whose song had given the Pretenders their first hit. She later married Simple Minds frontman Jim Kerr, with whom she had another daughter. But Hynde was never meant to be tamed. Her heart belonged to music and the road. In the 1990s and 2000s, she continued breaking boundaries, recording, touring, and even exploring new cultures. She lived in Brazil for a time, recorded with Spanish and Brazilian musicians, and found new audiences across the globe. And through it all, she stayed true to her beliefs, becoming a passionate voice for animal rights and an active supporter of PETA. Her activism became just as much a part of her identity as her music. Chrissie Hynde's journey is more than a rock story. It's a story of survival, defiance, and authenticity. She fought to be heard in a man's world, lost friends to the chaos of fame, and still found her voice, strong, unshakable, and full of truth. Even now, her influence echoes in every woman who picks up a guitar and dares to say, "I can do this too." Thank you for watching Mystic America. If you enjoyed this musical biography of Chrissie Hynde, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible stories of music, culture, and the legends who shaped them. Stay curious, stay inspired, and we'll see you next time on Mystic America.